trading education, a high-level trade analysis and dissection, you've come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell, and today we are going to be discussing a trade that I've been talking about all week, and it did tick for tick exactly what I said it was going to do and wanted it to do, and boy, did we, not only myself, but others capitalized on this. Let's get into it. I hope you guys all had a wonderful day. Give me 1 sec as I fire up these charts. 1 sec, 1 sec. Okay, folks, let's get into it. What a wonderful day. So just for some context, for those of you that are just joining us, these blue levels represent technical levels, support and resistance levels that I place prior to the market open. And then 30 minutes to the market open, I develop trade plans. These trade plans are exactly what we stick with. And this trade plan on Qs actually goes back to Sunday and actually a little bit further back, but mainly Sunday morning, I gave a mentoring live class and I discussed Qs basically for 1 full hour, talking about this range and what it was doing and why it was doing it. I will give a little bit of a sneak peek to it. This will be a little bit longer of a trade recap because there's a lot to go over. Today's trade on SPY was a day trade. So that was a regular day trade. Remember, if you've watched my channel before, you know it's important that you understand what type of trader you are. I'm a huge advocate of that. And there are day trades, there are bigger picture trades, there are swing trades, investments. There's all types of different trades. And if you don't know what type of trade that you're going to take, you're going to find yourself into trouble. So this morning's trade plan on SPY was very simple and straightforward. 1 sec. I'm going to zoom in. We'll cover this here first. So because we opened above support, you go long into support. What we actually wanted was a failure of this level, but before it can fail, there is an opportunity to go long on a bounce before it fails. What I'm actually looking for is this to bounce, pop, reject, and then pop up for a head bump to go short, to ride all the way down into the 50 and potentially further. And it didn't do that until later on. There was one opportunity here. It just did not slice through enough to give that distance. We need one more candle to really give it the distance, so then it gave up at that resistance level. That's a whole other conversation for another time. But I ended up taking this long, really solid, easy peasy type of trade, executed in and out within about, I don't even know if it was 10 minutes, might have been 10 minutes, and locked in $10,397 just on that trade alone. Beautiful trade. Now I want to talk about Qs. But before I get into that, I just want to talk about something, and I am going to fly off the handle a little bit. So some of you might find it entertaining, but I tell you, man, I don't know what the fuck it is with people who watch short form content, clips. Like if you get all of your information from clips, I don't know. There is absolutely, and I'm not trying to be funny, there is absolutely a direct correlation between short form content, how much you view it, and your IQ. Okay. Some of actually the dumbest comments I get on this channel, and I'm sure other people on YouTube get the exact same type of comments, and it always comes from clips. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm going to point one out for you here. So this comes off very nice. Okay. I shouldn't pull it in. I don't want to put the guy on blast. Seems like a nice guy, but I'm going to read you this. I really appreciate your valuable trading content. Here goes one unsolicited suggestion, which is never a good way to start out. Maybe try to increase the size of your charts for us viewers and thus decrease the size of your own image. I make this suggestion very respectfully. Thanks for considering it. No, it's not even in my control. When clips get generated, it's generated automatically. I've got nothing to do with those. Those get posted automatically. It takes these trade recaps and it slices them up. That's number one. Number two, do you not fucking realize that these clips are generated from a much longer, proper, informative educational video. Like, I don't know what it is, man. I could literally go off and rant about this shit for an hour. It is the dumbest shit I have ever come across. It's like these people don't understand. They don't understand that clips are not somebody making a 60-second long video and then putting it out there. They are taken from longer videos. I swear there's a major disconnect there. And I thought I would point it out because it's literally every single fucking day or two. It's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life. Like, I get it. The guy's a nice guy, but just because you're nice doesn't mean that you get a fucking pass for being stupid. Like, stupid is stupid. Nice or mean or whatever, it is what it is. Like, stupid. That's so fucking retarded, man. Anyways, let's get into the trade that we took here on Qs. This actually really warrants a much bigger one chart. So one sec. Qs is a very interesting case here. I'm actually going to pull up the daily chart first. I'm going to get rid of this so then I can really zoom out on it. So the thing that really caught my attention is 3 parts on this chart. And you can go back further and further, but it basically has only happened 3 times since we got to, you know how there's pre-war and post-war, right? When you're talking about World War II, like life pre-war and then life post-war. There was an event that happened in 2020 that has changed the course of everything. And I'm not going to get into too much detail, but we are in a very different world. And it really changed from that sell-off. Now, it started coming into the sell-off. Okay. So this is still a normal market prior and going all the way back. That is what I would consider a normal market. People that have been trading for a very long time, they know that this market, the way we've been trading post 2020 is very different. You can see it. You can see the volatility and the craziness that is on compared to chart 1 and chart 2. Okay, that's the first part. Now I'm going to clean this up and zoom in. Now, there are 3 parts on this chart that are exactly the same. And I'm going to move this over. It is exactly the same. And it trades exactly the same. They are literally fingerprints of each other. So going by and judging time, how much time has went by, where we are on the chart and everything else, I made a call that we will come down. Now, it's not just a basic bitch call that it's going to come down. There's a lot of detail in there. I went over specifically exactly how it was going to move, how it was going to come down, what we needed in order to first break the 100 SMA, and then what gets the ball rolling to finally break this 200 SMA. This is part of a swing trade in our swing trade program, Revolution Swing. I project these members of Revolution Swing to absolutely clean up in this trade, as long as they've got the nuts to hold on and hit the projected timeline of about March 4th. It can happen up until March 4th, but the ball will start rolling. As I said at the beginning of this week, I said by Wednesday, and I said this on Sunday, I said Wednesday, we are going to break below that 100 SMA on the daily. And that is going to start a chain of events that is going to produce a very big trade. And that's exactly what happened. Now, it's very easy to discount experience and think it is just simply a prediction or a call. There are a lot of puzzle pieces that go into this. I don't have the time. I took a full hour to basically dissect it properly and thoroughly for all of my mentoring members. And that's how long it would take. It's an easy hour of my time going through exactly the hows and the whys. So with that said, all week we have been looking for very certain things on these charts, and then going back into the one chart, the main area here on Qs was this level in here. Once we start breaking that, okay, which we did yesterday, That starts the ball rolling. And then now I projected to gap down below the 100 SMA, although it didn't have to. It was actually a bigger play that it didn't, because it created these cracks. So over here, it created these cracks and these big washes. So for me, if you take a look at these entries, I took 100% of this move. Why? Because I was prepared for it. Now, on this here, I got exactly my target, and my main dirty target was down here, right here. I said that's exactly where it's going to go. It's not going to break that. It won't break that. It's going to come into it and then get bought up, which only helps the process of this selling off further into the 200 and then some. It needs to hold those levels, which it did. So if you miss the short, the opportunity long, the big one was down there. Now, I wasn't going to take that long. I simply paid myself, and you can see my last exits right there, coming right into that. Literally hit highs. So you can see my entry there, my entry. So high of day to low of day, extracting 100% of this move as projected days ago on Sunday. This ended up working out to be not that much percentage wise, a little bit under 300%, but because of the price of the premium, I made a total of over 11 points of premium. That's not points per share. That's fucking premium. That is an insane trade. So profit wise, now this is just the beginning of it. It's just the beginning of it. I'm not loading in with an obscene amount of contracts yet. I am still feeling this chart out. Okay. So I locked in $34,761 on Qs. So with SPY as well, looking at about 45 grand. So beautiful day. There is more profit to come on this trade. It ain't over. But for those of you watching this, think you're just going to be able to emulate it, go short and hold it. It doesn't work that way. There will be ups and downs. And I actually want to see this start to come up a little bit. It's only going to help for a bigger crack through that 200. Okay. Certain things need to happen. Areas need to get bought. So then those stops can get blown off and it gives distance away from that level. There's a lot of moves and a lot of steps that go into a trade and a trade plan like this. It's not as simple as buy here, short here, like all of that. There's way more that goes into it. And there's a lot of people that when they watch these types of things, they kind of miss that. Now, I know members shouldn't because it's thoroughly explained, but there's a lot more going on with this trade, but beautiful trade. And again, if you're someone, and I hate to be an asshole at the beginning of this, but seriously, get your head out of your ass. If you're digesting your day trading content and information for education on how to day trade 60 seconds at a time, or 15 seconds or 10 seconds, you're getting it from a clip, you need to close your mouth because you're obviously breathing out of your mouth. You're a mouth breather. Stop doing that. Get your head on straight and start taking this fucking serious, or you're just throwing your fucking money up against the wall. Like you're throwing it in the fucking garbage. Like who is watching any type of educational content 60 seconds at a time? It's crazy. It is baffling to me, but this is why so many people will never achieve a certain level of success. It'll never come. Never. Why? Because they just do stupid shit and they don't think. It's crazy. Because I say that because this is available for everyone. Everyone can do this. You don't need a master's degree. You don't need a degree at all. You don't need any college or post-secondary education. You don't even need a lot of money to get into this. And then if you do it right, the world becomes yours. There is nothing you can't do. So do it right because it is well worth the payoff in the end. Or if not, watch your 15-second fucking clips and make suggestions to a guy that's been doing this for over a decade to increase your chart size. Yeah, no shit. It's a full-size chart right fucking here. Get your head out of your ass. Anyways, guys, if you want to learn how to come do this and execute plays like this, come to tricktrades.com. And if not, you want to continue watching clips and spinning your fucking wheels I've got 1,500 plus free videos just on this YouTube channel for you to sift through. Doesn't sound like fun to me. Okay, guys, have a great day. Adios.